This is Sarah Flack, the Education Coordinator at the Child Advocacy Center of the Finger Lakes. For the month of March, we're going to be talking about some online safety issues and concerns. The first part of our mini series will be focusing on general online safety tips. Parents should stay involved in their digital world of their children. Know the apps they use parental controls where possible, and block and report people who make them feel uncomfortable. Kids should talk with a trusted adult so they understand online risks, only chat with people they know, ensure their online accounts are private, block people they don't know or trust, and trust their instinct. If something makes them feel uncomfortable, tell a trusted adult about it. Kids and parents should stay alert. People aren't always who they seem in online environments where identity is easy to fake. Parents, guardians, caregivers, and teachers can take the following measures to help protect children from becoming victims of online child predators. The first thing we want to talk about is to discuss internet safety and develop an online safety plan with children before they engage in online activity. Help children by establishing clear guidelines, teach children to spot red flags, and encourage children to have open communication with you and other trusted adults. Tip 2: supervise young children's use of the internet, including periodically checking their profiles and posts. Keep electronic devices in open, common areas of the home and consider setting time limits for their use. Tip 3: review games, apps, and social media sites before they are downloaded or used by children. Pay particular attention to apps and sites that feature end to end encryption, direct messaging, video chats, file uploads, and user anonymity, which are frequently relied upon by online child predators. I want to share a couple of graphics with you before we go on. So this first one is 15 apps parents should know about, which was created by the Sarasota County Sheriff's Office in July of 2019. Some of these apps may not be used quite regularly at this point, but it's worth noting, and it's a good, strong graphic to show some of the apps that children are commonly using. You can see things on here like TikTok and Snapchat with brief descriptions. These are two huge ones that are still being used by most young people. And then I also want to point out at the bottom center of the graphic, the calculator, which is really not a numerical calculator. It's one of those hidden icons. So it poses as a calculator, and parents oftentimes overlook it, but it is one of several secret apps used to hide photos, videos, files, and browser history. You can do pretty easy Google searches to find out what are some of the most popular apps currently being used. The other thing that I want to share is a graphic that you'll find on all of your video games that you purchase. And this is the user rating. This sample is for a mature game. So you'll notice that it has a big M. Some of the other ones would be like an E for everyone. Some of them also have numbers, which would be age recommendations. And then it usually gives you a reason why it's rated that. So, this example, this video game was given an M rating of mature at ages 17 plus. And that's because in the game itself, there's going to be intense violence, blood, and strong language. And then it also notes underneath that there are in game purchases and that users interact, most likely because this is a game that is played over the internet. Moving on to tip 4: adjust privacy settings and use parental controls for online games, apps, social media sites, and electronic devices. The graphic that I'm providing is just a sample of a Snapchat users. So all of our online apps have different settings to help control privacy, which can include things like who is allowed to talk to them, who can see their profile or pictures, who can comment on some of their things, and whether or not they allow direct messaging. Now, this is a Snapchat user, but you can see up in the top right corner, there's a little gear. Typically, what you're going to look for on any of your apps is that little gear to get to your settings. Sometimes you might see three horizontal lines or three dots next to each other, which is just another way to get to your settings. So be on the lookout for those icons to open up other privacy controls. I've also created a variety of tutorials for various apps, including Snapchat and TikTok, as well as some pretty popular online games that can be found on our website or YouTube channel that give you step-by-step walkthroughs on how you can adjust privacy settings and parental controls for a variety of different apps. Tip 5. Tell children to avoid sharing personal information, photos, and videos online in public forums or with people they do not know in real life. Explain to your children that images posted online will be permanently on the internet. It's a common misconception that when you post something online, if you yourself remove it, that it'll be gone, but that's not the case. We have what's called a digital footprint. Everything that is sent over the internet is stored. This also includes via text messaging. Tip 6. Tell children or teach children about body safety and boundaries, including the importance of saying no to inappropriate requests both in the physical world and the virtual world. Tip 7. Be alert to potential signs of abuse, including changes in children's use of electronic devices, attempts to conceal online activity, withdrawn behavior, angry outbursts, anxiety, and depression. If you observe any of these potential signs of abuse, talk to your child open and honestly about your concerns for them and what you can do together to help resolve these issues. Tip 8. Help children identify trusted adults. Trusted adults can include their parent or guardian, as well as other adults within their community who they look up to and feel safe and supported by, such as teachers, coaches, or faith based organizers. You want to encourage children to let a trusted adult know if anyone asks them to engage in sexual activity or other inappropriate behavior. And tip 9, immediately report suspected online enticement or sexual exploitation of a child by calling 911, contacting local law enforcement or the FBI, or filing a report with the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, also referred to as NCMEC, at 1 800 843 5678, or by going online to report.cybertip.org. If you need more information about any of these tips, be sure to check out our previous webinars. We have created webinars on a variety of online topics, including specifically on popular apps and gaming such as Among Us, Roblox, Fortnite, Snapchat, TikTok, and Teen Code Words, and others are archived as well. Also, I want to encourage you to check back throughout this month for new webinars, which will discuss the use of hashtags and what we're commonly calling now the iGen and what it means to be one of these young children or adults growing up in this new generation of technology. You can find all of our webinars both on the Child Advocacy Center of the Finger Lakes Facebook page, on our YouTube channel, or by going to our website, cacfingerlakes.org, Under the Resources tab, you can locate all of our weekly webinars on a variety of topics related to preventing child abuse. I also want to share with you the NetSmart resource, which is provided by NCMEC and can be found at www.missingkids.org/netsmarts/home. Since 1998, NCMEC has operated the Cyber Tip Line, a place where the public and electronic service providers can report suspected online and offline child sexual exploitation. The millions of reports made each year uniquely situate NCMEC to identify trends and create prevention resources to address the evolving needs of kids and teens online. NetSmarts is NCMEC's online safety education program. It provides age-appropriate videos and activities to help teach children to be safer online with the goal of helping children to become more aware of potential online risks and empowering them to help prevent victimization by making safer choices on and offline. If you have any further questions, you can email myself, Sara Flack, at Sara, S-A-R-A, at cacfingerlakes.org, or call the Child Advocacy Center of the Finger Lakes main office number at 585 394 2573.